Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for the NFL games on Sunday for the conference championships. We do have two NFL games Sunday. We got the NFC Championship, and then we have the AFC Championship, Eagles and 49ers, and then Chiefs and Bengals. These should be two really good games. I'm excited to watch these games on Sunday. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be watching these games on Sunday, so you probably want some Prizepicks plays to play, while you're watching the game. So I got two picks I like that I'm going to share in this video. I got a play that I like from each game. So we're going to talk through these two plays, guys. We're going to share why I like them. But as always, before we do get started breaking down the plays, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos and if they do help you out, please hit that like button down below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to the channel and you've never checked out Prizepicks before, you can actually sign up for Prizepicks and use my promo code Noah. Prizepicks, they will match your first deposit up to $100 when you do sign up with my promo code. And I do want to give Prizepicks a shout out because they do have a free square available for these NFL games on Sunday. As you can see, Joe Burrow's passing yards is set at 0.5, and this is a free pick that Prizepicks is giving you. You just have to find any other pick you like to pair with that. So if you want to take the picks I give out in this video, pair that with the Joe Burrow free square, you can do so. I will actually be giving out a Joe Burrow prop that I like for this one, so you won't be able to play that pick with the free square since you can't have like two of the same player in an entry. But if you want to take one of the plays I give out from the Eagles 49ers game, and if you want to pair that with the Joe Burrow free square, you can do so. But if you guys are not playing on Prizepicks yet, use that promo code Noah when you do sign up, and again, you will get your first deposit matched up to $100. But we're going to stick in the passing yard category for this, for this video. I got two passing yard props that I like. Again, one from each game. And the first play that I like is going to be Jalen Hurts passing yards. It's set at 242.5 on Prizepicks, and I do like the over here for Jalen Hurts. I like Jalen Hurts to throw for more than 242.5 passing yards. You look over his recent games. He's gone under this game in his last two against the Giants, but I do want to mention that last game against the Giants, that was a game that the Eagles won pretty handily. And there's been a lot of games this season where Jalen Hurts has done really well, like in the first half, but then in the second half, they don't have to throw the ball much. The Eagles, they're playing with a big lead. I think last week against the Giants, they threw the ball like 17 times in the first half, and then in the second half, they only had like 6 or 7 pass attempts the entire second half, just because they were running out the clock. They were just trying to get the win. They were killing the clock, running the ball a ton. I don't know if that'll be the case this week against the 49ers. For one, the 49ers are a really good run-stopping team. They've actually been one of the toughest teams to run on this season. If you look at in terms of rush attempts per game, rushing yards per game allowed, the 49ers are allowing the fewest rush attempts per game. So, like, teams just don't run on the 49ers that much. And then if you look at rushing yards per game, they're giving up the fewest rushing yards per game as well. So they've been kind of a pass funnel for the most part. They've been a team you kind of have to pass against and you can't really run against. The Eagles, they do like to run the ball with Miles Sanders, with Boston Scott, with Kenneth Gainwell. They like, they run like that three-headed committee at running back. But I don't know if this is going to be a spot where they have much success running the ball. I think we're going to see Jalen Hurts air it out. We're seeing a lot of juice coming in on the over on his passing yards, the over on his pass attempts. I was looking at some NFL lines on Friday night, just kind of taking like a first look, and I saw his pass attempts prop, Jalen Hurts' pass attempts prop was set at 31.5. Well, that's already been bumped up to 32.5. So we're seeing a lot of juice coming in on the over for like a lot of Jalen Hurts' passing yards, pass attempts. And if you look on DraftKings Sportsbook right now, Jalen Hurts' passing yards prop is set at 250.5. Now, 8-yard difference, that's not like a crazy difference, but anytime you can find, those, discrepancies, 7-8 yards, it's going to matter in the end. You might not think it really matters going from 242 to 250, but there'll be plenty of times when Hurts finishes with 243, 244, 245 passing yards, and getting that line at 242.5 versus 250 can be the difference between winning or losing. So given that his line is set at 250.5 on DK, but it's still set at 242.5 on Prizepicks, I do like the over here for Jalen Hurts passing yards. I think this will be a game where the 49ers will do a really good job stopping the run, so I think the Eagles are going to be forced to throw here. In terms of like rush attempts allowed per game, as I said, the 49ers are allowing the fewest rush attempts per game, so no teams just don't run on the 49ers. But when you look at pass attempts per game, they are giving up the 10th most pass attempts per game to quarterbacks. So again, I think we will see more pass attempts for Jalen Hurts, hopefully more passing yards as well. And this is a spot where I think the game will stay competitive, so I don't think the Eagles will just be able to run out the clock like they like to do. There's been so many times this season where the Eagles just get a really big lead early and then they just run the ball a ton in the second half. I know a lot of people have been playing first half props for Jalen Hurts because of that, because he'll do so well in the first half, and then like in the second half, he just doesn't have to do anything because the Eagles are playing with a big lead. Again, don't think that'll be the case this week. We should see a very tight competitive game here. The spread in this game is like just a couple points, I think. I want to pull up the Vegas odds real quick. The spread is set at, let's see, I think it was at 2 early. It's at 2.5. So yeah, 2.5 point spread should be a competitive game. So that's the first pick that I like, is going to be Jalen Hurts to have more than 242.5 passing yards. And then the second pick I like, another passing yard prop. Again, like I stated earlier, this is going to be a Joe Burrow prop. So if you're playing that Joe Burrow free square, you will not be able to play it with this prop. So you'll kind of have to choose one or the other, either the free square or this prop, or just, if you want to make your own entries, you can do that. But you definitely want to make sure you use that free square before it goes away on Sunday. But the pick that I like from this second game, from the Chiefs and from the Chiefs and Bengals game, is going to be the combined passing yards of Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes. So I actually played this last week for the Bengals and Bills game when it was Joe Burrow and Josh Allen's passing yards combined, and they came up just short. I think they finished like 39, 40 yards short. Thought we might have had a chance to get there late in the game, but I think the Bills wound up turning the ball over, so Josh Allen didn't get another chance to get any yards. But you look at Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes combined passing yards. The line is set at 542.5. That seems like a really high number, obviously. But you add their two passing yard props together. You add Burrow's passing yards of 272.5. You add Mahomes' passing yards of 274.5. Those two together is over this line of 542. I should have added this up before, but you add those two together, it's 547. So this line is coming in a little bit lower than the combined passing yards of Burrow and Mahomes added together, their individual props. And then if you look at DK Sportsbook and where they have both Burrow and Mahomes, they have them over both these lines. Burrow's passing yard prop on DK Sportsbook is set at 277.5, and Mahomes is set at 285.5. So honestly, taking the over on Mahomes, 274.5 looks solid. I think that line could get bumped up. It's coming in 11 yards higher on DK Sportsbook. But I like taking the combined passing yards of Mahomes and Burrow. We know these are two teams that love to throw the ball, just in terms of pass attempts per game and where these teams rank. I'm pretty sure both these teams are like in the top 5 in terms of pass attempts per game this season, or definitely like top 10. Let's see, the Chiefs rank 5th with 38.2 pass attempts per game, and the Bengals are 6th. So yeah, these two teams are top 6 in the NFL in pass attempts per game. These two teams love to throw the ball. This should be a really, really high-scoring game. I mean, the total in this game only sits at 48. It's actually come down a good amount. It opened at 52.5, and it's been bet down to 48. That's a little weird. Like, I thought we would see like a 50-plus total in this game. I know a lot of times these last few years, like the last few times these teams have played, it's been really, really high-scoring games. But these are two very explosive offenses, two very elite quarterbacks. And I think the big question around Mahomes was like, obviously he had that injured ankle last week. He was able to play through it. There's been all kind of reports of Mahomes being full go, no concerns. I know there's been like videos of him at practice where he was just dancing around. It looked like he was totally fine. So I'm not too worried about Mahomes' ankle. It seems like he's full go, 100%. The weather in this game is pretty good too. Like, it's gonna be cold in Kansas City, but there's gonna be like no snow or no rain. I know there was some snow in the Bills-Bengals game last week, and that might have been maybe one of the reasons why those teams weren't able to pass the ball as much, I guess, and potentially, didn't go over their prop. But there's no weather concerns for either one of these games. It's going to be cold, but, cold weather doesn't matter for these guys. We just want to try and avoid rain, try and avoid snow, because those can sometimes derail, offensive performance. But I like the combined passing yards of Burrow and Mahomes. I think this line could be a little bit higher. It's, you add the Burrow and Mahomes props individually, it comes to 547. If you take their lines on DK Sportsbook and add those two together, it's even higher than that, because on DK Sportsbook, like I said, Burrow's line is set at 277.5. Mahomes is set at 285.5. You add those two together, and that's 563. So I think we're getting some value on this combined passing yard prop of Mahomes and Burrow. There's plenty of ways for them to go over this, whether one guy has a big game, the other guy has like a average game. Maybe they both do really well. Maybe they both throw for like 300 yards, which is totally possible. I know for the season, like Mahomes has averaged over 300 passing yards per game. Burrow's averaged around 280 passing yards per game. I think this line is definitely a little bit low in my opinion. So those are going to be two picks I like for this week's NFL games, for the two games on Sunday. Again, guys, I want to state this one more time because there's probably going to be someone that says it. You cannot play all three of these picks together, the free square and the combined passing yards of Burrow and Mahomes. You can't play those two together because it's two Burrow props, and you can't have two props, two player, or you can't have the same player in an entry twice. So if you want to play this free square, you'll have to play it just with Jalen Hurts. Because you can't play it with that, but you can find some picks you like if you want to find some other picks to pair with the free square. But definitely make sure you guys use that free square before it does go away on Sunday. It's available until the kickoff on Sunday of that Chiefs-Bengals game, so you have plenty of time to get that in. I think it's like a $20 or $25 limit, but it's a free pick. Prizepicks is giving you. Just find any other pick you like to pair with that. You can pair just one pick with the free square, make a 2-pick entry, or you can pair up to 5 picks with the free square, make a 6-pick entry, and potentially win up to 25x your money. So if you like to chase those higher payouts, you can make a 6-pick entry and potentially win 25x your money. But if you guys are not playing on Prizepicks yet, get signed up over there. Use that promo code NOAH, and when you do sign up, you will get your first deposit matched up to $100. But that's what I got for these Sunday NFL games, guys. It's sadly, the NFL season is slowly coming to an end. We got 2 games on Sunday, the conference championships, and then 2 weeks later we'll have the Super Bowl. Obviously, of course, I will have a video up for the Super Bowl, giving out some plays I like for that, and then that'll be the end of the NFL season. But that obviously doesn't mean the end of Prizepicks content. We're still uploading NBA all the time. At least Monday through Friday, I'm getting up NBA videos. Might try and start uploading some NBA videos on the weekend too. Now that the NFL's coming to an end. When baseball season gets here in a couple months, I will be uploading MLB videos as well for Prizepicks, talking through MLB props. So if you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys hit that like button as well if you did enjoy this video. And I wish you guys the best of luck on Sunday. Hopefully you guys all enjoy these NFL games. We can win some money on Sunday, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.